Hey y'all, welcome to my channel, welcome back. This pick a card reading will be what compliments do people give you behind your back. So from left to right, you have pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. So the compliments that you are receiving behind your back mainly talks about your strength, your confidence, and how you're able to overcome so many challenges and so many obstacles. People love how intuitive you are. They feel like you're able to see things and know things before it even happens. And they feel like you use your gifts to keep you and the people around you safe and protected. There could have been something very specific that happened in your life, something that could have taken a very horrible turn, but you found a way to remove yourself from that situation before it became detrimental to you. So people are talking about this a lot, and this is what they love about you. This is what they're complimenting you about. It's something that you were able to do before things really fell apart. This could be a relationship, this could be a job, but you use your gifts to remove yourself from a situation. And they're talking about how you did something quietly, like you're not very open and loud about your moves. You know how to maneuver, you know how to keep quiet, you know how to do your research and make sure that everything makes sense, and then you execute your plan. And you get a lot of people complimenting you on this, because when most people will wait and try to seek some type of guidance, wait for someone to guide them to that exit, you will find that exit on your own. You'd rather try to figure it out by yourself, and hopefully you're able to succeed, than to sit in a situation knowing that you want out, knowing that you want to leave and you want to remove yourself, but maybe you're too afraid or maybe you feel stuck. You wouldn't choose to be in that position. You will always choose to take the initiative to remove yourself. Even if everything doesn't seem very clear, the fact that you want to leave, the fact that you want to remove yourself, that's clear enough. If a situation makes you feel uncomfortable, you're not going to sit there and try to work things out or figure out a better way or a positive way. Like, you see very clearly through a lot of people and a lot of situations, even when you don't have the specific answers to whatever questions may arise. The way your body is reacting, what your body is telling you, that's what you listen to. Those are your answers. That's your confirmation. So people love how intuitive you are. They love how grounded you are. They love how you're able to really listen to yourself and make the best decision for you, despite what everybody else is doing. You may have experienced something that a lot of people know about, and I feel like when you chose to leave this situation, many people were on your side. Many people were rooting for you, even if they didn't say anything directly to you. They're very excited that you decided to walk away from something and go towards your calling, go towards something that you really wanted. And there's a lot of people who compliment your style. They compliment the way that you dress. Some of you could be very conservative. You may not show too much, but you have a beautiful silhouette. What you wear shows enough. And I feel like you keep it that way. And people love this about you. And I also feel like it's the type of clothing, like the fabric that you use. It looks very rich. It looks very expensive. You know how to put pieces together, even if it isn't expensive, even if it is a name brand or luxury, it comes off that way. A lot of people compliment your existence simply. It's something about you. You give like a very regal vibe. You have this energy to you where people just have to respect you. People have to look at you as someone who doesn't play. Like, I feel like you leave a lot of people stuck. Like, they don't really know what to say. They don't really know how to approach you. You could have a lot of suitors, a lot of people who want to come talk to you and court you, but it's very difficult for them to even form a sentence when they're around you, or even when they're about to approach you. It's like everything that they planned just goes out of the window. You just have this very strong essence to you, very strong, very regal, like I said, and it gives a vibe of someone who is of importance. Like, people will see you and feel like they have to be careful around you. Like, they want to know, who are you? Are you someone who is in a public eye? Are you someone who works for this company, work for this entity? Like, who are you? Do you own this place? Like, it's just the way that you command the room, the way you command attention so naturally without having to say anything. Simply you walking through the door is enough for people to turn their head, and they're looking at you like, who is this person? And it feels like it's even in the most chill places, like you walking into the grocery store and people are like, who is that? You could have a very intense gaze. You may look into people's eyes and you don't really shy away from giving people your undivided attention. And I feel like it's something about you that most people just aren't used to. You could give off a very like old school vibe, and you could also be very still with your approach. Like you're not very antsy. You're not like looking all over the place, or like, fiddling with your keychain, or fiddling with, different items. You're very focused. So if somebody approaches you and they're speaking to you, you're looking directly at them. And it makes people very nervous. They're not used to people who give them direct eye contact, or they're not used to people who really pay attention. So you just have this very intimidating energy to you. Very intimidating. People just feel like you know everything. You know every little thing about them. And you could be someone who reads people very well, and it's something that they really love about you. And they talk about this a lot. They compliment you on this because it's so easy to be around you at the same time. You have this duality to you. Although you may be very intimidating and people struggle to speak to you, the ones who have taken the time to get to know you and connect with you, it's the complete opposite. They feel very comfortable with you and you're able to really understand them. I feel like people love talking about you. People love to bring you up in conversation. They love just trying to dissect you and figure out more and more about you. You have so many layers to you that people want to uncover and unravel. And you could be someone who has a multitude of interests. You love so many different things, so many different topics you're able to really chime in on and give very detailed, in-depth, opinions. And people really love this. People really talk about this a lot. So people compliment the fact that you don't care what anybody has to say about you. You're going to always be who you truly are. You're going to always be yourself. You're never going to try and fit in with other people. You're never going to try to be somebody that you're not. Like, you truly love the person that you are, even down to the most difficult aspect of who you are. You don't feel like it's difficult or it's flaws. You just see yourself as someone who's very intricate, and you don't mind being this person. I feel like you don't downplay any aspect of yourself. You don't talk down to yourself. You're not very negative. You don't have negative thoughts about yourself. You're very optimistic. You could be very positive, or you try your best to be, especially in the world that we live in. I feel like you're someone who doesn't care to focus on anything other than like who you truly are. And you are very aware that people judge you or people misjudge you. You're very aware of how people may react when you enter the room or when you have something to say, whatever it is. You're very aware of what is going on around you. You know your surroundings like the back of your hand. So I feel like it's something about you that people know, but at the same time they don't know. They're not really able to pinpoint who you truly are, to the core. And I feel like you love this. You love that people can't really pinpoint you, because there's not just one side of you. You have multiple sides. You have multiple personalities, there's multiple people inside of you. So I feel like people compliment you a lot because they love that you don't care. You're not trying to fit in with the crowd. You know that you stand out, and that's just what it is. Some of you could be tall. You may have long legs, or you just naturally stand out. Some of you may be shorter, but you have something natural that you can't help but stand out. Maybe you have like neon green hair, neon pink. You're going to stand out. And instead of like wearing a hat and trying to cover it up, you're just going to wear your hair, right? You're just going to style it however you want, style it however you please, and go out and into the world. Some of you could have like a Leo sun, maybe like a Pisces moon or Pisces rising. Some of you could have Leo and Pisces very prominent in your chart. You have this striking energy to you, but you also run very deep. So you stand out, but it's not just about your physical appearance. And that's something that people are not really focused on, because it's clear you're very attractive, you're very beautiful, you're very handsome. That's an obvious here. It's the depth that comes with that. You're not just looks, you're not just your physical. There's so much more to you that people want to dive into, and that's what makes them want to like come towards you. You have this pull to you. Some of you could have manifested this lifestyle. You may be currently manifesting this, and this could also be something that some people have noticed, like you started to really manifest this type of energy, and now you are living it. You're the living embodiment of your manifestation. And you may be a public figure, or this is something that's coming in, but there are a lot of eyes on you. A lot of people are watching you. A lot of people want to know so much more about you. So you receive a lot of compliments when it comes to your personality, when it comes to just the way you carry yourself. And you don't come off as someone who's trying to be cocky or arrogant. You give off a very truthful energy, like you're just honest, and people can't help but respect it. They can't be mad at you because it is what it is. Like, I feel like you're not someone who goes around imposing your beliefs or trying to force your beliefs onto people, or your opinions, or, you know, your perspective. But if someone comes up to you and asks you for your personal opinion, you're not going to shy away from telling them exactly what it is and exactly how you feel. You know, you could be very blunt with your response, but ultimately you're just being honest. You know, if somebody comes to you personally, you're going to tell them what it is. If they're just doing whatever they do, living their life, you don't care to like speak on what they have going on. I don't see you being those type of people that will comment and try to like tell people how they should live their life or what they should and shouldn't do. You know, you're not the type of person. You don't care that much. You know, you don't care that much. But if they come to you and say, hey, should I do this, or what's your best advice, then of course you will be open to let them know. But people compliment you because it's like you have so much that you could say, and I feel like you could really guide a lot of people. You could really dictate the way people think. You could really change people's minds. And if you wanted to use your power for something negative, you really could, but you don't. And that's why a lot of people respect you. You're open to help, you're open to support, but you don't care to be, you know, controlling the world. You don't care about that. And a lot of people respect this, and they love this about you, because if many people were in your shoes, they wouldn't be the person that you are today. They wouldn't be as humble. They wouldn't be as respected or respectful. So they know that you are a very powerful person and you serve a different purpose on this earth. People definitely know this. I feel like if you are looking for a certain position, maybe in social media, or you just want to be known, I feel like that is something that you can obtain very quickly, very easily, by simply speaking your beliefs, speaking how you feel about certain things. You could be one of those motivational channels, or just talking about like things that you're very interested in and diving deep into those conversations. I feel like you will inspire a lot of people. It's the way that you say things, it's the way that you view things that it's hard to come across. You have a very like poetic mind, and it's very beautiful. So if you've been considering, you know, starting something like that, I would definitely say do so. And if you do start it, just comment your channel name so I can check you out. But your energy is very beautiful. I really love this pile. So I'm gonna go ahead and end it there. That will be a reading pile 1. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can check out my community tab. And until then, I'll talk to you soon. So people compliment you on the way you're able to move on from very painful situations. You could experience a lot, but you don't take your problems to work, or you don't bring your problems outside of wherever the problem may have happened, wherever it may have occurred. So if you dealt with something at home, you're not going to take it to work. You're not going to take it to your friends and family. You're not someone who projects. Like you take the time to heal from whatever you've experienced, and then you put yourself back out there once you're ready. You don't give people your problems to solve. You solve it yourself. And you could also like turn your pain into creativity. So whatever you may have experienced, you take some time away, you heal from it, and then you put yourself back out there, and you end up creating like a beautiful masterpiece. And so many people are able to relate to it. People can really connect to whatever you're creating. People love that you allow yourself to be human. You're not a robot. You're not pretending to be a rock, or you're not pretending to be this emotionless, you know, being. You're someone who allows yourself to feel. You allow yourself to process your emotions, and then you put that pain on paper. You put those emotions in a book, you know, you put it in your story, you talk about it. Whatever it is, you allow yourself to release, but it's not projecting. You actually healed from it. So your words come off a little bit different versus someone who is currently in the Ten of Swords and they're trying to speak like they've healed when they're still in pain. You can hear the difference. You can tell the difference between someone who has healed or someone who is actively healing versus somebody who is still festering in that Ten of Swords energy. So people really love that you're able to take a situation, learn the lesson, you know, take a step back, move forward once you're ready, and then you inspire others to do the same. I feel like you don't realize how many people you truly help, because when they go through this Ten of Swords, their mind takes them somewhere very dark. They may want to retaliate, they want revenge, they want to send things that person's way, they want karma, they want all these things to play out. But hearing from you and knowing that you experienced something similar, if not the same thing, and you still, you know, you're still here, you turned out fine, you're still living your life, you're still happy, it inspires them to take a different approach rather than allowing their emotions to take over their entire being. So you help a lot of people, you know, stay away from crashing out, to be honest. And this may not be your intention, but it's definitely something that you're doing. You're helping a lot of people. So they compliment how raw and authentic your energy is. I feel like a lot of you are artists. You could paint specifically. Some of you may do music, but I'm mainly getting like painters. Or maybe you are a crafter, like maybe you craft, maybe you do pottery, you know, maybe you do something hands-on that allows you to release. And people really compliment you on this because it takes a very strong person to go down the route that you choose to go down. It takes a very, very strong person, a beautiful person, to choose the direction that allows you to take a step away and heal rather than crashing out, because crashing out is the easiest thing you can do. Allowing your emotions to overtake you is honestly very easy. So people see you as very strong. You have a lot of inner strength, a lot of mental strength. Even if you don't agree, this is what people are saying about you, and they love this about you. And I feel like if you are planning on creating something that really comes from your heart, you're going to receive a lot of love and support by doing so, because so many people can relate to this energy. So many people are craving real and rawness. They're craving authenticity. And I feel like you are someone who is able to produce that naturally and easily. So a lot of people feel like you are a good luck charm. You're just a very lucky person. Even though you put in the work, they still feel like you're very lucky. Like you have something in you that allows you to manifest so easily. It allows you to move on so easily. Some of you could have been doing this since you were a kid. You know, you didn't have a choice but to be in this type of energy. Maybe you always had to be your own best friend. You always had to be your own rock. You always had to be your own protector, your own keeper. So now that you're an adult, it's easier, but it's still like difficult at the same time. I feel like you do have a lot of people who sympathize with you because they're not really able to tell when you're experiencing something like the Ten of Swords, because you hide it so well. They feel like you hide it too well. But they also love this about you because they wish they were able to do that. They wish they were able to kind of put their emotions to the side and just focus on the task at hand. Because they feel like you don't miss any days. They feel like you're always on the go. You're always getting things done. You always make sure that you're able to take care of what's important. And if you feel like crying, you'll cry later. If you feel like being sad, you'll be sad later. But you're going to go to work. You're going to get things done because that is what you have to do. You could be highly independent. And like I said, you could have been this way since you were a kid. Maybe you come from a single parent home, or your parents just worked a lot. Some of you may be the only child, or you may be the youngest. Maybe you're the oldest. It seems like you had to go through a lot alone. You didn't really have anybody to talk to or lean on. And although it sounds very depressing and sad in a way, people really admire this about you. They love your strength. It's people who wish that they would have endured the lessons that you've endured to be as wise as you are, to be as intelligent as you are. It's honestly people who wish they could walk a day in your shoes, to be as strong as you are. It's not necessarily about the pain that you've endured, the disappointment that you may have endured. It's mainly just they want to be like you. They want to be as strong as you are, as confident as you are. People really want to be like you. I feel like a lot of you could be getting good news soon. You may have a birthday coming up very soon, or something very significant is going to happen around your birthday. Not just your birthday, but you could have someone like wanting to do something nice for you, something that you're not expecting. But I definitely feel like if you were to open up to people around you, maybe your friends and family, they'll be very open to listening to what you have to say, and they'll be very, very accepting of however you may feel. People would be honored to be the person that you come to, the person that you talk to, the person that you open up to. They would be honored to comfort you, honored to simply be a listening ear for you. I feel like a lot of you in this pile have come a long way. People love that you're in this position now. Some of you may have moved from country to country and you have to start over completely. New friends, new life, new world, new language. And they're like, look at you now. Look at how far you've come. Look at how much you've gained. Look at how much you've learned. You truly are an inspiration to a lot of people. And I feel like you don't realize it because you're simply living your life, but you really are an inspiration. I honestly feel like a lot of people, they just wouldn't be able to be as strong as you are. I feel like saying inspiration and strong, like these words are just an understatement to who you truly are. Like a lot of you have a testimony, and it's crazy what you've endured, and yet you're still here, you're still standing, you're standing strong, you're standing proud, and you're still able to help other people. Like you didn't allow your circumstances to make your heart cold. But I definitely feel like some of you could really benefit by putting this pain to paper. Put it on paper, create something from it. The way people will express their appreciation for you will be completely different from what you are experiencing now. And people are complimenting that there's something about your life that isn't written off. Like you don't have like a one path type of journey. So your existence isn't simply based off of go to school, graduate, pursue this career path, and then that's it. You have so much more that's destined for you. And I feel like there's something about you constantly expanding, you constantly growing. So even if you pursue this career path, there's something else that you can go towards as well. I feel like you're someone who's not meant to just stay stuck. Even if you don't know which path you want to take or which direction you want to go in, you don't have to know specifically. Just go based off of what's inspiring you. So if you are currently pursuing a career path, but you find inspiration through something else, and you're kind of like finished with this initial career path, and you go in a different direction. And it's kind of like that's how you maneuver through your journey. I feel like a lot of people wish to be in a state of mind that you're in. And I feel like a lot of you may be disagreeing because you may struggle with a lot and you're just able to simply cope with it, even though it's not that simple. People just wish that they were able to persevere the way that you do. I feel like they always talk about your growth and how you're constantly evolving. You're constantly experiencing these awakenings, and you are creating a new character every time they see you. Every time you step out into the scene, it's something new, it's something different. You may be someone who frequently deactivates your accounts. You frequently take a step back, you take some time away, and then you come back and it's like you're brand new. It's something that a lot of people can't do because they want to hold on to things that they know they should release, but they love watching you. Even though they're not able to go in that same direction yet, they love seeing you as that inspiration. You give people hope that maybe one day they'll be able to kind of follow in your path. So that's your reading pile 2. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can check out my community tab. And until then, I'll talk to you soon. People definitely compliment your looks. They compliment the way that you carry yourself. I feel like a lot of people are laughing behind your back, but they're laughing because there's a lot of drama going on around you, or a lot of people that are gossiping about you, but you do not care. Like, it doesn't faze you. And I feel like people find that to be funny because you may have a lot of people who feel like you are trying to like talk to their person, trying to talk to their significant other, and you're literally just sitting here as the Empress, unbothered, just doing your own thing. Some of you may love to cook, you may love to bake. You're just relaxing, and you're not, it's like the people that know you are laughing because they know that you would never go and approach somebody, let alone someone who's already with someone. You're waiting for your emperor. You're waiting for the right person to court you. So I feel like there's people who are jealous of you, people who feel like they have to go against you in order to like stand their ground and protect what's theirs, but you're not even looking over there. Some of you may low-key be bougie, but you may see like what other people have as scraps, or you feel like if you were to go towards somebody else's person or any type of messy situation like that, it's like you'll be taking scraps instead of taking the full course meal. So people compliment how reserved you are, how you're not fazed. You don't care to engage with drama. You don't care to even respond to anyone. If it's not your emperor, you don't care. Like, you're not talking to anybody. If they're not going to say something positive or, you know, anything like that, you're not going to bother wasting your time with it. People compliment how you're always well dressed. You always have nice things. You always keep yourself looking very clean, very well put together. You may have also purchased like something new. You could always upgrade the items that you have, your phones, your vehicles. You may only wear clothes like once or twice and then you donate it and buy something new. You have this very luxury aesthetic and people genuinely love this about you. I feel like a lot of people compare you to like Cinderella, or you have like this princess vibe to you. And they feel like your energy is very cute, but you're also very serious at the same time. You could daydream about someone coming in and being like your Prince Charming, and that's what people find cute, but at the same time they know that you're 100% serious. So they love that you're confident and you're sure about waiting for the right person, but not waiting around where you're like wasting your life, or you're not doing what you love, or you're not having fun. You're still living your best life, but you're also being very patient. So like I said before, you're not going to deal with scraps. You're not going to deal with people who are already in connections, who already have a lot going on. Like, you don't care to waste your time on that. So you give this very unbothered vibe because you truly are unbothered. And a lot of people compliment the fact that you don't respond to any and everything. Like, you don't react to things very easily. You're not quick to anger. You're not quick to, you know, just give people that negative energy that they may crave from you. I feel like a lot of people want you to step down from your throne. They want you to stoop to their level, but it just doesn't work. You're just unfazed. I do feel like a lot of you have experienced a lot in your life, and you're at a point right now where you just want to relax. You don't want to be in drama. You don't want to be in mess. You do not care about any of that. You just want to relax, and, you know, once your person comes in, y'all can relax together. But it's a lot of people who don't know you, who make the worst assumptions, but they just end up looking crazy because they're trying to go back and forth with someone who doesn't respond. So you may have a lot of people arguing with themselves or talking to themselves in your DMs or in your comments. Like, they're literally just having a conversation with themselves. They're getting no responses. So people love this vibe about you because it's something that's hard for them to do. If they had this type of energy coming at them, they would quickly respond. They would quickly, you know, go back and forth. But you're just like, whatever. I don't care. I'm the Empress. I don't care about that. So a lot of people are saying that you are really a sweetheart, but you're misunderstood. But they also feel like people purposely misunderstand you. Like, they don't even give you time to really show who you are. They don't even give you time to really, you know, unravel and be yourself. They already come towards you, judging you. I do feel like you manifesting this person, they're definitely coming in. And I feel like it's you getting the last laugh. Because you could also have these people in this Five of Swords energy who may feel like something is not going to come in for you, like you're full of yourself. But this love that you are manifesting is definitely coming towards you. This person that you want is definitely coming in. And I feel like you're going to be very proud of yourself for not allowing yourself to stoop to their level. And you may feel bad for a lot of people because they're coming from a very broken place. They're coming from a place of pain and sorrow, and they're not really mature enough or evolved enough to express what they truly feel. They'd rather just argue and cause problems and try to release their pain with anger. But I feel like you being in this energy is going to bring you closer to what you truly desire. It's kind of like this love is going to be that reward because you acknowledge who you are, you've accepted who you are, and you chose to be content in that energy. and not even mirror other people. You don't even care to do that. You're just going to keep being yourself. Some of you who may already be in a relationship, people definitely compliment the love that you two have. This could be a connection where as soon as y'all got together, y'all could have moved very far away. Y'all still may check in from time to time, but y'all are very engulfed in each other's life. Y'all are very, very much in love. And I feel like you have the type of relationship that a lot of people want, a lot of people dream of. You may even have these people try to come back around and apologize to you or try to work things out. I feel like once they see things from a different perspective, they want to be your friend. They want to be closer to you now. They want to try to at least bring some type of peace or truce to whatever this interaction was. But it still feels like you don't respond. So even the people who misjudge you, even the people who don't take the time to really get to know you, they tend to come back as well. They tend to befriend you after they try to argue with you or fight with you. This feels like it's a cycle that you're used to experiencing. Maybe you experienced this since you were a kid. Maybe you just always had to deal with this type of energy or these type of people trying to attack you. And you've learned over time how to control yourself and how to preserve your energy. So people definitely compliment how resilient you are and how you are preserving your emotions and your feelings and your passion for the person that you love. That's who you want to give your energy to. That's who you want to entertain. That's the person that you want to focus on. I feel like your reading was very quick and just to the point. And that could be your energy as well. You're just straight to the point. You don't really care to, say too much. You just answer and that's that. So that's your reading pile 3. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can check out my community tab. And until then, I'll talk to you soon. So you may have some messages in pile 3 and also pile 2 as well. So I feel like this pile, you are extremely attractive and you could be very successful as well, or this is the road that you're going down. In pile 3, I was kind of getting that some people may feel like they have pretty privilege, but it wasn't really prominent enough for me to say it. I feel like in this pile, people see you as someone who does have pretty privilege, but your beauty and brains. So you are able to use your beauty, your natural born, looks, and also use your natural born brain as well. So they feel like with these two powers that you have, you're going to be very, very successful. And they feel like you're going to dominate in whatever field that you want to pursue. People compliment you because you don't shy away from what's obvious. You don't shy away from certain tactics that you may use to get what you want. And they love how honest you are, how upfront and real you are. Some of you could currently be pregnant, or you have a lot of ideas. You have a lot of things that you want to create, and that's bringing you a lot of excitement and passion to go towards what you want to do. It seems like right now you may have tunnel vision, so you're not really distracted by anything that's happening around you. You're simply focused on your career and succeeding. So people compliment this because they feel like if they were you, they would kind of slack off, or they would feed into the attention, or they'll fall to temptation and ultimately distract them from their path. But you're someone who's not really worried about that right now. You simply want to reach this goal, and then everything else can come later. But I feel like this is a dream of yours. This will really make you feel extremely happy and content if you focus on your goals and your gifts rather than, like I said, falling into temptation. People compliment that you're someone who doesn't mind getting your hands dirty. You don't mind getting the work done. They're talking a lot about your looks, honestly, because they feel like you could easily get somewhere without having to do as much, or without having to go down this path. But I feel like a lot of you love the challenge, and you feel like it'll be 100 times rewarding to put in the work yourself than to have it handed to you. So you could be currently dominating in your career, or you could have something very exciting coming up for you that's going to really put things into drive. So people compliment that you have a genuine passion for life. You have a genuine passion to live and be fulfilled. This is what you deserve, and you're not going to settle for anything less. They do feel like you have a lot on your plate, a lot of work that you have to do, but you handle it so easily. You handle it gracefully. So you may not get 8 to 10 hours of sleep, but that's fine because you are pursuing your passions. So you don't need to sleep. You don't want to sleep. You just get enough to, restore your cup, and then you're back out there working hard. People are also complimenting your creativity. They compliment how you're able to continue to build things up. You're always able to come up with new things, and you get very excited about it, and you pursue it, and you actually succeed. So even though you're in a position where you could rest and you could relax and go on vacation and just kind of like, chill, you're still very focused. You're still driving towards the things that you want. I feel like you're taking complete advantage of the state of mind that you're in right now. Some of you could love the fall and winter time, and you may be completely different from a lot of people where they get like seasonal depression around this time. You could be someone who actually is the opposite. Maybe you have seasonal depression around, the spring and summertime. But the fall and winter is when you come alive. It's when you wake up and you're ready. There's something here about you that you may have recently changed or you're about to. But people are complimenting this because they feel like you deserve whatever this is. So if you made like a large purchase, or if you're going to be featured on the news or featured somewhere on TV, or maybe somewhere on social media where you receive like a reward or you being acknowledged, some of you, this could be you going viral and you finally start to really receive the success and the support that you truly deserve. People are going to be very happy to see this because it seems like a lot of you have been working very hard for a very long time, and you're finally getting your just dues. You're finally getting the recognition that you deserve. So you definitely have a lot of people rooting for you. A lot of people love you. A lot of people want to support you. You could be well known in your community. A lot of people could have grown up with you as well. They grew up around you, or they went to the same school as you. So they're 100% behind whatever you are pursuing. But I feel like a lot of people are talking about a goal that you're about to complete. Like there's something here that you're about to reach, some type of milestone. You're about to finally get there. And I just see a lot of people clapping for you. A lot of people just very happy that you did it because they know that it's been a long journey and it's been very difficult. But finally, you'll be able to put down these 10 wands and accept all the rewards. So you're very close to your destination. A lot of people see this and they're very excited to see you reach that goal. I feel like you'll also have people who want to help you with something. So maybe you're stepping down from a position, or you're still going to own a business or be like the CEO of something, but you're not going to be as present. So you're moving up, or you're like relocating, and you may need someone to take that place, help you manage a certain company or a certain business. And I feel like you're going to have a lot of people who are applying for that position. You're going to be inspiring a lot of people. They really want to work with you or be around you, or you just have like this abundant energy to you, and people feel like if they're around you, they'll be successful as well. If they kind of follow your routine, they'll get to their destination too. So your energy here is very cool. A lot of people really like you. A lot of people really love what you do and how you carry yourself. And you definitely have a lot of love interest, a lot of people who want to be with you, but it just seems like that's not really your focus right now, especially if it's people who just want to, hook up, and that's really it. You're definitely taking your time when it comes to love, but you're very focused and driven when it comes to your career, and people really respect this about you. So that's your reading pile 4. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can check out my community tab, and until then, I'll talk to you soon.